As the checkered flag waved at a very thrilling race at Richmond International Raceway, Martin Truex Jr. was left very unhappy as he lost his opportunity to win a race this season due to a caution that was thrown out on the final lap, which pushed the race into overtime. He was furious as he crossed the line to finish the race. He went on to blame his teammate, Denny Hamlin, for his disappointing race result. Before we get into the details, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. We post the latest news on everything NASCAR. Don't miss out on the action. After 7 races this season, NASCAR finally had a race with wet tires. The cars started the race on wets, but as the cars started to go around the track, the circuit started to dry rapidly. By lap 23, the track was dry enough. This brought the drivers into the pits, and Truex was leading most of the race. His win was everything but confirmed. Throughout the race, Martin looked strong to win that race. He made some impressive moves to get a strong track position. However, with 2 laps to go, Bubba Wallace ran into the back of Kyle Larson, which sent him spinning. This incident brought out the caution signal for all the drivers. Truex had led for 228 laps during the race. After the caution period ended, he found himself in the back foot as his teammate and Joe Gibbs, Denny Hamlin, had taken the lead of the race. The number 11 Joe Gibbs car went on to win the race. Truex, on the other hand, only managed to finish the race in 4th position, behind Logano and Larson. As Truex crossed the flag, he slammed into the side of Larson, who retaliated by slamming back. Truex went on to rear-end Hamlin's number 11 JGR car, which won the race, which should have been won by Truex. He hit both Denny and Larson out of anger. Larson feels that his anger was more towards Hamlin, but decided to take it out on him, as he was the closest car next to Truex. Before the caution flag was thrown, Truex was leading the race with Hamlin behind him. Due to a poor pit stop during the caution, Truex lost his position to his teammate. In all fairness, Hamlin didn't do anything wrong. This is what racing is. Sometimes unfortunate events happen and we just have to go on with our lives. After the race, Truex said, "It's unfortunate, but it's happened a few times over the years," Truex said. "We were in a great spot and had a great auto owner's Camry all night long, and the guys did a really good job. Just got beat out of the pits, and then he, Hamlin, jumped the start and just used me up in turn 1. Definitely sucks. Another car capable of winning. We'll just have to come back next week and try to get one. I feel like number 11, Hamlin, used me up down in turn 1s, and so I didn't really appreciate my teammate racing me like that. I wish he would have given me a chance, but that's the way it is. And then the number 5, Kyle Larson, he bumped me in the side in 1 and 2, and I got a little loose down the backstretch. I don't know if my left rear was going down or what. And I kind of slammed into him, no big deal." During the race restart following the caution, Truex feels that Hamlin jumped the gun as he was able to pull away from his teammate. So far, no penalty has been awarded to Hamlin for the alleged jump start after the caution. It is unlikely that the result will be changed. The Richmond race marks Hamlin's 2nd win for the season. He has already secured his playoff spot for this year. Truex, on the other hand, is leading the championship standings in terms of points. However, in order to qualify for a playoff spot, he needs to win a race. Considering his previous performances, there's no doubt that Truex's win will come soon. But until he wins a race, he'll be under pressure to secure a playoff spot. Although Hamlin is the favorite within the Joe Gibbs racing team, he has yet to win a Cup Series. He has come close several times, but has not been able to deliver top results consistently in the playoffs. Truex, on the other hand, won the Cup Series in 2017 with Furniture Row Racing. After the race winner Denny Hamlin said, "This was a team win for sure," said Hamlin, who led 17 laps on the night. "Each one of these pit crew members just did an amazing job. They've been killing it all year. Such a great feeling when you can come in and have a pit crew like that." If not for the caution and the quick pit stop for Denny Hamlin, there's no doubt that his teammate Truex would have gone on to win the race. Denny appreciated his pit crew for a race-winning stop. Hamlin's race win becomes even more impressive by the fact that he started 11th at Richmond. Given that it is his home race, he would have wanted to start higher up. Either way, it did not affect the result and he won the race. As for the late race contact between Larson and a frustrated Truex, Larson said, "I think he was just mad. He was mad the 11, Hamlin, used him up on the restart, and that's probably where it really started from. I think he was more mad at Denny, but I was the closest one for him to take his anger out on," Larson added with a smile. Although Truex seemed to be angry with Hamlin, he had no reason to be. At the end of the day, he lost the race due to an unfortunate incident between Larson and Bubba Wallace. There's no one to blame for that. With 19 races to go in the regular season, Truex will have several chances to win a race and qualify for the playoffs. Bubba Wallace took responsibility for the incident between him and Kyle Larson in the penultimate lap of the race. After the car crossed the checkered flag, Bubba went over to Larson and apologized for the incident. This was a bit surprising, as a couple of years ago, there was some bad blood between the two drivers. After a similar incident, Bubba was ready to fight Larson after the race and had to be held back. This year, things were a bit more civilized. There has not been any interaction between Truex and Hamlin outside the car yet, but it's safe to say that tensions in Joe Gibbs Racing will be running pretty high. Last year, Truex signed a contract extension to stay with JGR for at least another year. This means that he will have the option to leave the team if the conditions of the exit clause are met. If he's not happy with the decision made by JGR, he could choose to exit the team after this year. Hamlin also signed a contract extension with JGR last year. However, this contract is expected to be a multi-year contract, which will see him drive for the team next year as well. There's no doubt that Joe Gibbs will prioritize Hamlin over Truex, as the former has been a part of the team for a long time now. There's a lot of loyalty that goes both ways between Joe Gibbs Racing and Denny Hamlin. JGR has also gotten a very good start to the season. All of their drivers have been performing well so far. They will want to keep this form going forward. From the way it looks, Denny seems to be in good form to win the championship as well. However, he will need to make sure he continues this form when the playoffs come as well. That is where he has usually had the issues. He'll be hoping to break his championship-less streak this season. Apart from racing for JGR, Hamlin also owns his own racing team. One of his drivers is Bubba Wallace, the driver who caused the caution that allowed Denny to take the win in Richmond. One can suspect a cunning plot in order for Hamlin to win. However, the truth is that it was a racing incident that Truex could not benefit from. Probably the most controversial part of the race was the restart after the caution from Denny Hamlin. Although he was not penalized, a lot of fans and drivers believe that he jumped the start and left Truex to defend from Larson and Logano. Both of them were able to get past Truex in the final lap, leaving him outside the podium positions for the race. He will be looking to bounce back in the coming races. The next race in Martinsville could give him the opportunity to do so. If he is able to get that win, he will be qualified for the playoffs later this season. Do you think Denny Hamlin jumped the start after the caution? Also, was Truex's frustration after the race justified? Post your thoughts in the comment section below.